We're one day behind in our weekly update on the theater room, but that's because last night I worked a little bit too late and my entire camera crew was in bed by the time I was done. So let's go ahead and see what we accomplished last week. So the guys from Joseph E. Clark and Company have come and they have installed the drywall and they put in some doors. One of the concessions we had to make was to use a hollow core door into the theater room because those are the only doors we could find that would match the doors in the rest of the house. We're hoping that this hallway will still isolate the room enough that a solid core door won't be necessary. But if it is, then we'll have to swap it out later and it just will be a non-matching door. So it's a risk we're willing to take, and it really didn't cost that much to get the hollow core door, so we're going to take that chance. Those are the compromises you got to make when you do a project like this. So coming on in, we have almost all of our installation in place. We have a few spots where we're still finalizing some electrical wiring and backer boxes for our can lights. So we're going to hold off on putting those in until those backer boxes are built and in place. We, though, have almost all of our electrical wire pulled. We have all of our AV wiring pulled. So we have speaker wire. We have 14 gauge with 4 conductors each. This is in-wall rated speaker cable. So we have actually 9 speakers pre-wired in the room. We have the traditional 7 channels, and then we went ahead and ran in 2 height channels so that we can take advantage of Dolby Atmos or DTS:X later on if we want. We also wired for 2 subwoofers in the room. So we have them in the opposing corner, so this right corner of the room, and then the back left corner of the room we have coax cable ran so we can do our LFE channels for our subwoofers. And then we have ran all of our speaker connections and AV connections up here to the front of the room. We did that because we're going to do a low AV cabinet to hold our equipment. Makes it a little bit easier because we anticipate maybe putting in game systems, so just having everything at the front of the room makes that a little bit easier. And then we also ran in the clips and channel system. We have installed a few of the channels, but all the clips are in place. Once we've finished off the backer boxes and the insulation, then we're going to install all the clips, but these will actually hold the drywall away from the floor joists. So that way, if when the ceiling were to vibrate from the subwoofers, it's actually going to then kind of be buffered by the clips and channel system and not be directly transferred onto the floor joist and then onto the room above us. So that's part of our sound isolation and really easy system to put in place, and it installs in minutes once you've had the clips in. So that brings us to what we'll do next week. So I brought someone here to talk about what we're going to be doing next week. Charlie, can you tell us what we'll hope to get done and be able to show in our next update?
We're going to put this drywall on the walls and have 6 of these. I think they're called can lights.
Correct, they are called can lights.
Installed to the ceiling.
And what's neat about these can lights is we're building backer boxes to go behind these can lights. So then what we'll do is install the backer boxes and then pull our AV wire and make the connection inside the can light and then install that into the ceiling, and then this collects to the drywall so nothing is touching the floor joists. And that way, if this can light were to resonate from the speakers in the room, it's not going to be translated to the floor joist and then to the room above it. So, awesome. So, Charlie, anything else we need to tell them?
Keep watching this video and see your theater room grow.